You know, the digital marketing industry, there's like 1,800 digital marketing agencies in Australia, and I would say the vast majority of those are run by people in their pajamas working out of their bedroom, right?
Well, launched in 2014 out of a bedroom, digital marketing agency King Kong has grown into Australia's fastest growing full-service digital marketing agency for the second year in a row. With a 3-year growth rate of 314%, the agency is not looking to slow down anytime soon. Founder Sabri Suby joins me now in the studio. Thank you very much, Sabri, for being here with us. Now, the company, an amazing growth rate there, as we've just mentioned. Now, could you take us back to the beginning a bit? We love our startup success stories that start in garages and spare bedrooms and things like that. What was your early days like?
Yeah, sure. So I started the business from my bedroom in 2014 with no more than $50 and an old computer that my girlfriend had bought me. Loaded up my telephone with, $15 worth of credit and literally started just calling businesses. And I was calling 150 businesses a day to really go out there and try to find new clients.
150 cold calls a day. That is amazing. So what was the pitch in those early days?
Yeah, so I was calling businesses who were running Google AdWords. So they were advertising on Google and were basically saying, hey, I can see that you're advertising on Google and your ads are coming up the top, but you don't basically appear anywhere on the free listings of Google, and really we can help you get up there. So it was a very straightforward pitch.
So visibility being a big part of it online, it's a huge thing. I mean, this is back in 2014. Do you think that the same approach, if you were starting out right now, would be the way that you would go? I mean, it's a few years later, but is it still the same issue that needs to be cracked for a lot of these businesses?
Yeah, 94% of people when they're looking for a product or service go to Google. Sure, other channels like Facebook and Instagram are certainly starting to take more market share out there, but if you're looking for low-lying fruit and the easiest customers to convert, the people that are on Google, they're in hunt mode looking for a solution to that problem. So it's a very, very big, opportunity for most businesses.
Yeah, interesting, Sabri. We hear from a lot of established entrepreneurs about the early days of hustling and hitting the phones. 150 calls a day is one of those sorts of stories. It seems humbling in some pretty important ways. Do you think that it's a good way to start out a business, to be kind of really grinding like that?
Yeah, 100%. Essentially, you're either going to start a business from desperation or motivation. And typically you're coming from a place where I didn't have a whole bunch of venture capital, or I didn't have any rich uncles or business loans. I had to use sweat equity to get my business started. And we live in a pretty incredible country that you can literally start a business with pretty much no resources. Get on the telephone, roll up your sleeves, and you can grow your business into a multi-million-dollar success.
One of the other really interesting things I thought about your business was what you've said about the importance of having a physical office. As it turned out, that some customers and some important clients were very confused about the fact that you were working kind of in a nomad sort of way. So can you tell us about how that came about, and were you surprised that people had that sort of feeling about no office?
Yeah, well, sure. Look, when I started the business, as I said, I started from my bedroom, right? Yeah. And in the first year, I built it up to have 70 plus clients. And really that was a pivotal moment for me. Is I had a big client on the line that wanted to sign up for a big website project, and everything was done. They just wanted to come into my office to shake my hand before the deal got done. And I didn't have an office right then. I was pretending that there was multiple people working at the company. I would put on different accents when I picked up the phone. And I lost that deal as a result of not having an office and not having them a place that they could come in. And that was when I just made the decision, look, I need to pony up, get an office, and really start to build a big business.
Wow. Do you think that says more about the client? Are they old-fashioned? Are they the dinosaurs that are out of touch here? Or do you think that it's understandable to have that approach?
Yeah, I think it's understandable. The digital marketing industry, there's 1,800 digital marketing agencies in Australia, and I would say the vast majority of those are run by people in their pajamas working out of their bedroom, right? And if you're going to be spending $30,000, $60,000 on a website, you're going to want to know that the person behind that is credible. So I think for us, one of the big keys to our success is really building a thriving culture in our office. You know, we have all of our team members here in Australia and really have that, you know, that face here in the country that people can come in and have that peace of mind.
Yeah, read that there's over 50 employees now. Is that still up to date?
Yeah, we're on track. We're about 61.
61. So, I mean, for a company so young and you're still very young, that kind of growth to employ people, is that daunting at all, or do you kind of feel a bit unfazed by it?
Yeah, I feel unfazed by it. You know, it's obviously we've been able to do that off the back of really strong revenue growth and being able to grow that top line revenue and have a very sound business model. Like, our fundamental thing is we don't care what the traffic channel is, whether it's Google or Facebook or Snapchat. Those things come and go. We're basically really focused on solving the fundamental problem that all businesses face, which is how do I get new customers? So that's the kind of thing that we're obsessed with, and I don't care really what the media is. We're channel agnostic. We're focused on that, and I believe that we've got a very sound business based on solving that big problem.
Well, it is a big problem, isn't it? A lot of small businesses tune in, and I'm sure you know, a lot of them would love to come in and talk to you in the office. What sort of thing would you tell them if they were talking about, you know, I really want to get more visible, I need more customers, how do I do it? What's your kind of your first piece of advice to them?
Yeah, so the very first thing that we look at is, you know, are people actively out there in the market searching for what it is that you do? i.e., are they on Google looking for a solution to the problem? If so, Google is a great first point of call. If not, then, you know, things like Facebook and YouTube ads where you can push an ad in front of people that aren't specifically looking for it, but would be a great candidate for the product or service.
Makes sense. So what's next for you and your business? You mentioned that you're very Australia focused right now. Does that remain the case, or do you look offshore?
Yeah, so we're definitely starting to look at, you know, other opportunities outside of Australia. I launched my book earlier on this year. We're selling that internationally, and it's had huge demand. And that's really been kind of like a stepping stone for us to test out international waters. We do have clients all across the world, a heavy focus here in Australia, but we're definitely going to be looking at pushing out into other international geographies.
What's the name of your book?
It's called Sell Like Crazy.
Sell Like Crazy, I'm writing that down. Now, look, we talk to a lot of people on this show who are co-founders. Have you found it challenging at all, you know, especially challenging, I suppose, is the way that you'd put it about being a startup founder, to do it on your own?
No, I've been in other businesses. This isn't my first rodeo. I've run businesses, I've run few into the ground, I've launched and sold a few, and in a few of those businesses I had business partners. And I think that, you know, I kind of take solace in that it's meant to be, it's up to me, it's all on my shoulders. I'm not looking to anybody else to kind of step in, and I really think that allows me to have the autonomy and take full control over the outcome, whether positive or negative, and that's something that really drives me as an individual.
Fantastic. Well, it's been great to find out a bit more about King Kong. Founder, of course, here, Sabri Suby. Thank you very much for coming in.
No problem, it's my pleasure.
Hey guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell button, as we're dropping a video like this every other day on YouTube. And if you've got any questions, just leave a comment below with hashtag HeySabri, and I will do my best to get to it.